Okay, so we've had a recent kind of interest in apple chips. We've been buying them by the bucket load, and it's probably a little bit more expensive than it needs to be, so I'm going to attempt to make my own. Now, I've tried this a couple of times, and trying to get the balance of heat and time in the oven is difficult. Some recipes call for quite hot and slow, some for very, very low and long, some call for super thin slices, some not so thin, so it's a bit of a balancing game really. So these are both Empire apples, and they've got a nice bit of sweetness to them, and with a little bit of sharpness as well. So I'm using a bread knife because it's serrated, and I find that gives a better cut. So I'm going for about 2 to 3 millimetre slices, as evenly as I possibly can. If they're too thin, they burn really quickly. If they're too thick, they just don't cook. So I'm trying to avoid that. I'm trying to keep them nice and even. Not working well with this one. I find that using a serrated blade seems to kind of grab a little better and cut easier. If I had a mandolin, I would probably be using one of those. I've got my oven set at gas mark 1, which is 120 Celsius, I believe. The recipe I have says gas mark 1/4, but I don't actually have that setting on my oven, so I've kind of adapted that to gas mark 1 for slightly less time, with more kind of intervention in the middle. Oh, I'm getting that many seeds there as well. So I'm cutting it this way because I prefer this shape really. I'm not cutting out the core, just knocking off the seeds. Okay, I'll retire it there. And for these ones that have got a very thin edge, I'm just going to take off that edge, just so that it doesn't burn and stick itself to the paper. Ideally you want them thin enough that they're not completely see-through, because these are quite see-through here. So that one I think I'll put in as well. These are going to go in to near the top of the oven, not right at the top, so just kind of top quarter of the oven for half an hour. Okay, so that's had half an hour. So now I'm just going to peel them off the paper and just turn them over. I'm going to attempt to at least. Where these were thicker, or thinner even, they had stuck more, they've dried out slightly more and stuck. Which is why I was trying to go for more even pieces. Come on. So just make sure they're all turned over. Okay. So, these have had their second 30 minutes. Now there's a decision to be made. Whether or not to give them a little bit more, or put them on a rack. I think these need a touch more. Some of these are a little on the thick side still. I think these are quite brown. I'll put onto a rack. They're going to continue to lose water and dehydrate a bit more anyway. I'll make sure they're all loose. Okay, so these have had a total of 1 hour and 15. I think they're about right. Some of them are a little bit flexible still, but they continue to harden up as they cool. So I'm just going to transfer them onto the rack and let them finish cooling off. Hopefully I'll have myself a small bowl full of homemade apple chips. So after a number of weeks of trying, I've finally been able to make a batch of crispy apple chips. Now, it took a lot of experimentation because my oven's not particularly powerful and because I couldn't get to the lowest setting that most of the recipes required. So if you've got a fan oven, then you're going to have, I would say no problems with this, but fewer problems than I had. But as it is, these are all pretty good. Some of them are a little chewy, but most of them are crisp. And they taste just the same as the ones you get in the package. So I'm calling that a success. And I'll see you next week for my 3-minute skill.